Good evening, Jace. Give me 1 second. I just need to set something up. Drop the database. Exactly. Give me 2 seconds. Just need to configure something here. Oops. How are you, Jace? I haven't seen you in a while. Front-end, yeah. Shoot them. Give me 1 second. Good evening, buddy. I just need to do one more thing. Then we can get started. I'm very good. Thank you very much. I hope you're good as well. I'm just setting some stuff up, and then I'm gonna share my screenio. Then I'm gonna share my screenio. API, right? Shit, this should not be an API. This should be a front end. Actually, it is a front end. Okay, what? Okay, let me just close up a bunch of stuff, and then I'm gonna share my face with you fellas. Chica, hello, good evening, buddy. How's life? Give me 1 moment. I'm just cleaning some stuff up here. All right, let's click this. All right, so I think I have chat pretty much in all places. So that's good. And then we have that here. Great. Let's kind of close this fella up for a moment until we need it again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, did I put that chat in every single place? Yes, I did. That's good. So how's life, fellas? How's everything going? How are you? How's life serving you today? Decent. Nice, man. Decent is not bad, right? Decent is not bad, I suppose. What I want to do. Okay, so one thing. So today we're gonna continue. Nice, chicken. Nice. So what we're gonna do today, basically, we're gonna just slightly modify this stuff, and we're gonna hack this through this library. So we just pass some stuff. I think file name actually is irrelevant in this context. We can just generate that if we wish, but actually we can keep it as well. Who cares? But either way, this we're not gonna be stringifying this anymore. So I believe this takes an alt as well, and we're gonna say that's gonna be a meme type. So what was this set image taking? Let's actually go back to, let's go to tip tap image. Yeah, actually, this is the first time I tried those shorts. I don't know how they work. I don't know how those shorts work. I just wanted to try them out today, and I'm gonna keep trying them. I don't know if they're any good or anything like that, but yeah. Yeah, I just want to see how they work and stuff. Why is this title? Okay. I see. Okay, so let's go here and yeah, exactly. There is a bit of lag. That's quite funny, actually. You're right. So we're gonna do this instead, actually. So we're not, and then if we go to the actual API, right, and so we're gonna try to, hopefully we're gonna have more luck than the last stream. I don't think that I can monetize anything. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, our Twitch channel is fairly new, so I don't think that we can make any money there yet. But I wish that more people, more of my viewers would actually like things on my YouTube, and I wish that more of you would leave a comment and stuff. Because you know, I mean, that's the least you guys can also do for me, right? I mean, I don't really expect any of you to subscribe or whatever, but I think it would be useful if you could leave a comment on some of those videos, even if you don't necessarily watch them, because I'm sure that you want me to keep coming back and stuff like that, right? So if you ever have a minute, just like some of those videos on YouTube and leave a comment, whatever, because that's unfortunately how that platform works. It's just shitty as it is, but it is a lot of yeah, it is a lot of a lot of competition and stuff, right? So that's how it is. I cannot stream on YouTube, Jace, because it's not legal. Then Twitch could ban me. I'm not allowed, basically. That's why I'm not streaming on Twitch. I would otherwise. Yeah, it's a. That's why I said it's. That's how it is. Unfortunately, that's how this platform operates. And I mean, at the end of the day, right? You know that I'm a huge realist, right? So I mean, you know how it is. If you don't like it, fuck off. That's how they operate, right? That's probably how they operate, right? They're probably thinking if you don't like it, find something that's better. But they know that right now at least you can't find anything better, right? That's the problem, right? YouTube is great. I would very gladly stream on YouTube, right? But unfortunately, it's very difficult to get discovered there. And you know, I stream only what, like 2 hours a day, or sometimes not even that, right? So I'm not a that would not give me a massive advantage, right? That cannot be further from the. That's a complete fucking lie. I don't know who said that. Send me that video now. That doesn't make sense at all. So if you just use React, it's 10 kilobytes, right? So that's not true. So if you use Preact, that's probably like 3 kilobytes. So if you need something for a simpler app, Preact has the same size as Svelte, right? Svelte is better for slow internet speed. I mean, you don't really need a framework of any kind if an application is super simple, right? You can write plain JavaScript and achieve the same stuff, right? So it really depends what the requirements are, right? When you use a term better, right? That's very questionable. It's very difficult to evaluate technologies with just better, right? Better in which way? I can tell you that Svelte is probably not the great option if the project is really huge, because it does get slightly more difficult to maintain properly, right? Either way, that's a huge lie. So that thing that you shared is a huge lie. Well, no, this is Next.js. This is not React. This has, I mean, you're comparing two different worlds completely. This is a Next.js server-side rendered application, right? This is not React. So it doesn't say React. It says Next.js, which is a framework, a huge framework that comes with many things, right? So Next.js is not React, right? It's using React as a rendering engine, but it adds a lot more stuff to it, right? So this is bullshit. This is not React versus Svelte. This is Next.js versus Svelte, right? Anyway, internet is full of this bullshit, so I always suggest you to double check everything you read, because it's clearly you just saw, I showed you in 3 seconds that that's not true at all. And you can in fact actually figure this on your own in 3 seconds. You can go to Code Sandbox, right? You can create a simple React application here. So you say React, you say hello world, You remove anything else, so we get rid of this crap. I don't know what is this loader utils. This is some external library. I don't know what did they install this for. Can I remove this? I think this is just some details for, right? Let's see if we can export or build shit, right? I don't know if I can build it here. No, it doesn't seem that I can. But you can test this. You can install, you can build an app locally using Vite, do a build and see how big is it, right? I don't know why you're buying a new guitar, Jace. You just bought one guitar. Buying the different guitar is not going to make you better, right? I'm playing my guitar for 25 years. First 10 years, I had one guitar and it was like $150. And I played on festivals on it. I did a lot of stuff on it. So don't fall into a trap of buying instruments, because instrument is very useful and it's amazing to have a good one when you learn to play. Until you know how to play, then it just becomes a burden. So just you have a guitar, as far as I remember, that you used. So just use that. You don't need another guitar. You don't need another guitar. Learn. You have a long way to go. You just started, so you technically know nothing, right? Which is logical considering you just started, right? So don't fall into trap of becoming a materialistic slave, right? Guitar is not gonna help you much, right? Just remember that. Then you don't need another one. Guitar is not gonna make you any better. Okay, that's actually good. Okay. Well, actually, that's better at least. What's happening? Source on. My pleasure, Jace. You should reward yourself with something in life when you reach some milestone, right? So I think it's fine to buy things, right? And it's fine to reward yourself, but you have to earn it, right? So learn some chords, learn a couple of songs, and then buy something for yourself. Even though, well, sound is shitty because you're not competent enough to make the sound better, right? You are complete beginner, right? It takes a long time to understand mids and highs and lows and amps and distortion and reverb and delay and fuzz and all sorts of things. This requires years of practice and playing real songs, tuning the so it goes away with time. So your tips of the finger, they have to over time you kind of lose almost the feeling of pain. They become very hard, right? So that feeling does go away, but you need training. You just need to play more and more, and then your tips, you can kind of see that well, actually you can't, but I don't even have them, right? She doesn't need any. He doesn't. Jace doesn't need anything, right? If you're a beginner, focus on learning how to play chords. Focus on basic things and play songs, right? So let me just. This is obviously not a musical stream, but let me tell you one thing, Jace and everyone else. Learning to play guitar is no different than learning to program, right? The best way to learn to write code is to build things. The best way to learn to play guitar is to play songs. And by playing songs, you're gonna learn a lot of things. You're not gonna know what they are, why they sound like that. You will not know the theory of it, right? But you will have fun. You will, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you will just keep playing, right? And that's it, right? That's it. It takes many years, a lot of practice, a lot of effort, a lot of commitment to learn an instrument and play it well. It takes many years, You can be a prodigy and it still takes many years, right? So stay humble, know that you don't know anything, and and keep on going. I've been playing guitar, you know, for 25 years, and I still suck compared to many other people, right? Don't drop the database. Hey there, my buddy. How are you? So yeah, stay humble. Realize that that you literally suck in every possible way right now, which is literally how everyone is when they start. And don't get carried away. When you learned 2 or 3 songs, you want to buy another guitar already, right? That's, you don't need that, right? Get attached to that instrument, understand that guitar inside out over time, give it a chance, learn how to tune it, learn how to make it sound nice, learn about the sound, about highs and lows and mids, and again, distortion, reverb, delay, fuzz, echo, etc., right? So okay, so let's get back to this. Let's code a bit. So finally, I'm entered an error occurred, type error, source is not a function. So let me just print this buffer. What the hell is the actual buffer now? What the fuck is this? Sorry. Let's reply this XHR again. I actually don't see our buffer. Where is our buffer? Is it printed? Ah, okay, interesting. An error occurred. The first argument must be of type string or instance or buffer. My pleasure, Jace. You know that I always want to help. I'm not going to tell you things you want to hear, maybe. I'm going to tell you things, hopefully, that I truly believe based on my experience, things that can actually help you out, you know. I obviously have almost 20 guitars. I have 8 in this office. I have a bunch of them in the basement. I have one in the corner. You can see it there. So I bought enough of guitars in my life to know that they're not going to make you play better, right? Okay, so wait a minute. Shit, wait. Okay, so this is the front, and so we are setting this. Okay, actually, wait. Let me take a look. And why did I zoom into Oblivion here? Let's take a look here. So if we go to the actual network tab, so what are we actually sending? Let's take a look at the payload. So type paragraph, title Android, alt, image PNG. Yeah. Then if we get over here, so we're kind of trying to abuse that a bit. Wait a minute. Ah, that's why. Okay, my bad, my bad. So this is now alt, right? What did we call it there? So source. Yeah. So this is now source. And then what did we call this? Title, right? So this should be now source. Sorry, src file name should be title. We're just kind of using the library in the front end a bit different, right? Okay, let's try that again. Let's just see if we are actually seeing some buffer now at the very least. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, let me just batch upload images. Okay, let's print those images now over here. Try that again. Reply. Source undefined, alt undefined, title undefined. All right, interesting and beautiful. Set image, okay. Are we still parsing some stuff? So images, content, are we still? So we are actually sending this, right? Are we not? Yeah, we are sending it. And then I can see type, title, alt, right? Yeah, that's all good. Okay, great. So that's good. So it's something in the API that we're doing. Let's see what. So this is kind of where we are getting the content, but it's all undefined. Items, item, source, alt, title, dog, cat, guitar, item. Yeah, let's see that again. Let's just reply this XHR. What the hell is happening now? Okay, dog, cat, guitar, attributes, src. Ah, yeah, shit, my bad. So this item itself has ATTRs. That's what we forgot, right? We forgot the structure from here. Okay, great. So I'm pretty sure it's that. Let's reply again. This is obviously going to fail. Now we're just trying to get back to the problem we had obviously last night, right? Yeah, here's the buffer, and now we're back to oh, the Frank, the legend. Yeah, he's probably rewriting every database in the world. Yeah, I think you're right. Error request parsing files. Okay, so now we're back to the issue that we had last stream, right? Which is okay, right? I mean, which is okay, right? So what I'm actually going to do, just so we can be more productive here, hopefully, I think we can do that, right? Let's try this again. Let's do this. Let's add some, actually, no, wait. So let's just write some text. And then give me 2 seconds. Let's get over here. Let's add some image, right? That's the functionality we're implementing this stream, right? So obviously, let's fail now. And what I want to do, let's actually copy this as some request. Copy as fetch, as node fetch, as curl, as copy as fetch, right? I wonder now if we could take this in our Thunder clients and paste it as such, right? So let's go here and say new request. And let's actually go here. Let's create a new request. Let's say add thought. I mean, yeah, we can still use this one. Now the question though is, could we? Never mind. It's all good. So let's actually grab this content. Let's just copy this as JSON literal, right? And let's paste this here so we don't need to go back and forth between the front end and stuff like that, right? So yeah, so we're gonna have the content, which is gonna be pretty much this, right? Let's see if we can format this, if it's correct, if it likes it. Yeah, exactly. So now we should be actually able, of course, we need to get the JSON web token in here, but then we can just be testing like this instead of going to the browser every time, at least to save us some time going back and forth. So let's go to the browser. Let's grab the cookie from one of the requests because we have HTTP only cookie. So we can just grab this fellow over here, hopefully. Then we go to headers. Actually, yeah, so we have something here already. And yeah, that kind of sucks mainly because there seems to be something wrong with this. Give me 2 seconds. So where's the body? Here's the body. Post, send. Give me 2 seconds. So let's see what's happening. Cookie, right? Yeah, it is a cookie. So why is it failing though? It's kind of strange. Programmer network Programmer network. Yeah, so that seems all good, honestly. Let's not say raw. User agent, whatever. Okay, wait, somebody asked something in chat. One thing I'm kind of wondering is why ChatGPT isn't used as much as my coworkers. I notice when they don't remember something, they go and go, okay. I think people are just not yet. I think we are kind of we're overestimating people, right? As you know, in life, there's nothing harder to change than habits, right? So I don't think that your colleagues necessarily have anything to do against ChatGPT. I think habits die hard, right? So it takes a while for people to just do it, right? So that's why, right? I don't think that there's a logical conclusion to it. Like, I don't think there's a value based conclusion to it, right? I think they're just used to opening Google instead of opening ChatGPT, right? So I think we're still, people don't realize that we are incredibly early in this whole AI thing, right? You know, we are software engineers, so we think that everybody, whole world is now using ChatGPT, right? But that's not true. I think first it's usually mostly in the West anyway. Number one, because that's where people can afford to pay for the also ChatGPT 4. But also, you know, don't overestimate people, right? People, you know, people, you know, as I said, habits die hard, right? So it's gonna take a while for people to be able to do that, right? Actually, we could use curl and just have a terminal opened here in which we can just keep repeating this shit, right? Yeah, this is perfect. This is how we can test, right? Beautiful. You can see here that, okay, that's even better than this, right? Great. Okay, now instead of going back to the web page, we can just keep repeating the request here until we fix it, right? Okay, beautiful. Okay, great. So, okay, so we know now that the issue is somewhere here, right? So we have this buffer. But Panosa, my friend, oh my God, what a cure for my soul seeing you here, because I'm gonna need your help. I just started the stream a few minutes ago, and we're back to what we kind of what did we do yesterday, right? So it would be super useful to get some of your help for sure. All right, so hides invisible, exactly. Okay, so all right, so let's kind of get started with the stream. I'll just, I have just, yeah, so we have our curl command here. We can just run this HTTP, which we can just to do the HTTP request here, right? And let's kind of go. So bad request error parsing form field. So we're back to this, right? So we do have a buffer, and then we pass this buffer down, and then we don't really need to log. Actually, let me just get rid of. So let's just kind of clean this up, right? We don't need any of this stuff. Yeah, okay, so let's continue, right? So something is wrong here, right? So we're sending something that the API itself doesn't like. Maybe let's start today with seeing how my upload avatar actually works. But this works fairly different because I have the wait a minute. Let's go to ChatGPT. Actually, somebody mentioned ChatGPT. Let's do that, right? Uh, shit, which email did I am I paying the one for? I think I'm paying this one. Yeah, okay. So let's say, is there some multi-part library that can help me convert base 64 string and provide multi-part upload to Cloudflare images? I don't know how to compose. Let's take a look. Wow, okay. I mean, it's hard to believe that we can just send it like this without using the right. But let's try. I don't think this is the case, right? But essentially, what they're what they're suggesting here, right, is that we just pass the actual buffer. We pass the actual buffer over here, right? It's hard to believe that, but yeah, let's give it a shot. I don't think that's gonna work. Please use multi-part form data. Okay. Well, that's what we kind of did a second ago, right? Yeah, it's, exactly. I mean, okay, at least their API is responding with something meaningful, right? So we can kind of see that, yeah, we're messing something up, because if we try to send it like this, then we get bad request for content type has invalid syntax. And yeah, actually, we forgot to pass the form now, right? So if we try that again, we're now back to yeah, but we do, Panosa, right? That's why I'm kind of a bit. So let's hope we can solve this quickly, because it's not fun, right? It's just a very random, right? Error parsing form field. So what are we doing wrong, right? Let's try the. Obviously, this is not a stream now. This is indeed. Let's just. I mean, I just need to brute force it. I don't know what else to do, to be very honest with you, right? It's just annoying, right? Good evening, Numinix. Yeah, I just started the stream maybe 20, 30 minutes ago. How was 20, 30 minutes ago? We had a little chat, and now, yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I feel I'm not tired or anything, so I think we can solve it now. It's just a bit random. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, I must admit, but that's what it is. What this job would be if it's not frustrating at times, right? I'm posting to the base URL, which is Cloudflare client accounts process via images v1. Just FYI, Panosa, keep in mind the avatar stuff already works with the same URL, right? So I can go to my profile and I can upload locally even here, right? And I can just upload an avatar, right? Leo, my friend, good evening. So you can see this is now uploaded to Cloudflare. So the service definitely works, right? The reason whatsoever why this works, as I showed you before, is that upload avatar has this multi-part express multi-part, right? So that's why it works, right? Because it does something here underneath this request that file. You set some things, then we convert it to a buffer. Then I don't know, I do some error handling here, some validation, right? But we still convert it to a buffer, right? Then we validate the file. No. I mean, now we're uploading the same. The only actually difference here seems to be that, yeah, we are actually passing the buffer. Leo, good evening, buddy. It's going okay. I just started the stream a few minutes ago, so it's good. I feel fresh, and I feel like solving this thing, right? And we will, I have no doubts. I mean that I'm not using that URL Panosa, but it doesn't matter really. We can append that direct upload, right? Yeah, but we've been chatting as always, right? So I haven't been coding this this stream, right, that much. But yeah, 35 minutes exactly. I mean, first 10 minutes I wasn't even sharing my screen. I was just yeah. All right, so what did we do here? So it's not about this 100%. It's definitely not this. So let's keep on going. Buffer from src base 64 file name. It's I didn't make it transparent. It's an extension called background. What the fuck? Wait. It's an extension. It's called background, and you can set a background to it. I'll share it with you. There you go, buddy. And let me see what Panosa wrote. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Well, it would have been more useful if this was a string, not a screenshot, just so I can compare it then to my own, but doesn't matter. Thanks still. Wait a minute, where's that crap now? Your Sarafa, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So Cloudflare client, v4, accounts, account ID, images, v1, direct upload. I mean, again, we can do that. It's not a problem, right? So Leo, yeah, today for the first time I tried those shorts, right? It doesn't make sense exactly. So it's the first time I tried with those shorts today, Leo. So let's see how it goes. But I'll definitely be making maybe one even every day because it takes no effort. It literally takes me 1 minute of my time, right? So, why not? The issue you're encountering might be due to the way you're appending the file to your form data object. Since you're working with a buffer, you'll need to convert it to a stream because Axios library treats buffers as strings by default. Additionally, ensure that buffer you're providing is an actual buffer object from base64 string and not just the base460. You can do this converting, yeah. For this conversion to a stream, you can use stream. I mean, I don't, again, I have never in my life seen a TikTok once. So definitely not. Those platforms are not for me. YouTube is something I'm willing to use. And apart from that, I'm not going to use anything else. I don't have the, yeah, I'm not going to, yeah. What the fuck? Form data? Oh, really? Well, Twitter, to my defense, I made during this stream, right? So I know that you're kidding and stuff, but genuinely, I made that thing in this stream, right? So kind of, yeah. To my defense, right? I did make it because we were building the feed, and I wanted to test. I wanted to test how Twitter works, right? Okay, let's try this crap. Okay, well, it seems we're getting somewhere, I guess. So it says uploaded image must have image JPEG, PNG, image WebP, image GIF, or blah blah blah. Okay, fair enough. So let's see what is it that our image actually has. Oh my god. I mean, whenever you see some of those videos, Leo and all of you, please just like it and whatever, right? Because it helps a lot. Leave a comment, whatever. Because, you're going to help not just me, yourself as well, because we can get more people, I can have more time to do this and stuff. I know, man, and thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. So I think we're onto something here, to be honest. I think we're onto something here. Let's see. I don't want to be famous, honestly. I mean, I don't actually give a shit. I wish. I just want to. The thing is, I don't do YouTube because I'm gonna make money. not gonna happen. I just want to get more people, right? So that is it's the business plan of this. I know, but the business plan of this platform is very simple. I have to be the one making content to get the people to it, right? The hardest thing, even if I had all $1 million right now, right, I would have to pay either content creators or something. So there's no quick way to. But yeah. Content type. Mm. What the fuck is this? What? Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't give a shit about any of that fake Twitter hero god mode thing. I want to build things, and I would like to build something that people use, right? I don't care, right, about those heroes on the internet. I mean, most of those people just spend time talking crap and preaching things, right? Um, it's easy to talk, as I always say. That's very easy for everybody, right? Should this length maybe be from the... Wait a minute. So it is a stream. So we append the stream. Kirill, my dear friend, good evening, buddy. Oh, man. Pretty crazy shit. Uploaded image must have. I mean, let's just hard code this, right? Let's hard code this thing in here. I don't actually believe that this is correct, but let's just hard code it and see what happens, right? I'm pretty sure that that's the same fucking shit because we are passing it properly. Yeah, so it's not that. So the question now is, what does this append take? So it does take key value, some options. Which options does this thing take? Header, known length, file path. Okay, content type. Thank you very much for the follow, Ultrafy. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's see, what is this? File name, content type, known length. So this is kind of all fine, right? Header, which header? I don't know which header, but it is okay. String value. Yeah. Are we actually getting, can I say data? Just so we can kind of have a smaller stack. We don't give a shit about the stack trace here because I can't. Okay, so now we actually have it here. Kleptoro, good evening, buddy. An error occurred during upload. Cannot read properties identifying reading result at Cloudflare batch upload file line 79. Line 79. Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't matter now because yeah, we didn't. We will just let's just do this and then just throw new error. So that's irrelevant, right? Uploaded image must have. Let's Google this. Maybe it's too. Crit, good evening, buddy. Let's see here. Let's see what he is trying to do. File, image path, authorization, bear token. Good crit, good. Just bashing my head against this thing from the last night. Just Cloudflare API, not very nice to us, but we'll get around it. We'll get around it. It's just yeah, this little fella is being slightly evil to us. The issue is that Cloudflare API doesn't like our form data, our multi-part data that we're sending, and it's saying, hey, your image must be one of those types, and it is, but we actually don't know why. So it's not very descriptive in that sense, right? Multi-content type in proxy. Okay, as it was working locally, it turned out to be an API gateway configuration issue. Add multi-part to API gateway. What the fuck API gateway are you talking about, bro? And actually, give me one moment. Let's actually go to the UI. Let's write some text. Let's get over here. Let's find some other image than the ones that we had. Let's find another image. Downloads. Let's find something like this. And this is me with beard. I am using ChatGPT 4. That's correct. Yes. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so let's copy this crap, copy string contents, and let's go to our Thunder clients. Actually, in the API, let's go to collections, thoughts, add thought, and let's replace this content in this base64 encoded string with this thing. Let's try to format it. It's quite huge. Yeah, I know Panosa, but I want to be able to just run this out of my terminal, right? I know that I can. I don't want to run it from here. I want to run it from the actual terminal, right? Sorry, I want to run it from, yeah. We could whatsoever obviously try that just for fun here in a sense that, let's see how this thing does it. What are we using? Jesus Christ, man, where's JavaScript, right? Axios. Let's send now. Am I a streamer? No, not at all. No, this is not obviously not going to work, right? This is just sending it as data. It's just sending it as data, right? So I don't think this makes much of a sense, right? But yeah. All right. Well, let's what am I? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know at this point. This is blowing my mind slowly. Okay, let's try. Let's find this image, for instance. What is this? Yeah, shit. Oh yeah, that was a fun stream. That was a fun stream indeed. Exactly. I forgot about that. That was a fun one for sure. It's kind of funny though that yeah, I don't fucking get it, man. It's a bit. I have them here somewhere in the office. I have them here for sure, and I have saved the whales shirt as well. 100%. Okay. Panosa, man, you're too quiet. I need you, bro. I need you to fix this for me. Wow, this forum is so useful. It's incredible. I don't know what I would do without their support forum. It's just amazing. Oh my fucking god, man. No, it's not gonna work here. No, I don't think it will. All right. Well, let's interrogate this guy. What can we do? I mean, I clearly can't code, so ChatGPT is amazing. It was sure that it takes a stream, but now it's no longer actually sure of that. It's possible it's not interpreting the stream correctly and thus fails to identify. To mitigate this, you can try writing the buffer data to a file and then reading the file as a stream to send. This is very expensive operation though. So this is not the greatest. But I think this will work most likely. This would probably work, right? But pretty much Penosa. I think you're right. I think it's literally, yeah, 100%. That's pretty much how it works. That's pretty much how it works. Yeah. It's just okay. Well, that didn't work quite right. Even though I told you that the previous thing was actually 100% correct. But you know, no worries, bro. Upload base64 image. Beautiful. Do we have it already? Ah, we have it already. Shit. I mean, I'm obviously kidding. This tool is absolutely amazing, right? There's no question about that, right? It's just teasing it a bit. It is still amazing, right? Okay, so is this still compiling? Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Ah, sorry. What did I want to do? Ah, yeah. So we're getting the same shitty, same error. I think I shared the background extension somewhere above. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just reshare it. There you go, buddy. No, I can't. I can't Panosa because it's drastically different, right? Here I'm not. This is completely. Thank you very much for the follows, everybody. This is completely different use case, right? Here I'm sending base64 encoded image in a very different way, right? The other thing is a direct image upload. So I only send the image. Here I'm sending the JSON payload to the server, right? So right. So I can't. It's very different. It's completely different, right? I'm sending a different type of file in the other place, and I'm only sending a file. Here I'm sending a JSON object that might have 10 different images in it and other text, etc., right? So I can't do that. That's not possible. I know, I mean, it's boring and annoying to me as well, but what can I do? Oh my God. Okay, let's try that as well. But I'm sure that's not gonna work. I think we tried that already, didn't we? I'm just trying something. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think even ChatGPT is confused. So why the fuck is this so hard, right? No, no, but we can't use the library. That's not. I don't think this is the problem, right? This is different, I believe. Yeah. So where's the upload here? I don't think this is it. No. So where is the examples? 2 years ago. Thank you very much, everybody, for your uploads, for your follows. I mean, maybe it is good, right? 314. Let's take a look at this crap. No, it's a very good idea. I mean, considering I mean, nothing works. Zone record, new. What the fuck is this, man? What is this? This is yeah, but this is not for images. This is just for this is their, yeah. This is not an image client, right? Cloudflare images node client. Let's see if Cloudflare images has it. 24 weekly downloads. Beautiful. Sounds very, very promising. Looks very promising already. I mean, we could try something with this. It's like, why does this have to be so hard? It's so fucking dumb, man. It's unbelievable. Let's try this. New blob. Which blob, man? All right. Well, that's what I have to say. All right. Sure, man. We're here. Remove the object after the stream variable. This thing, remove this. Oh, there we go. That's probably better than the code that I wrote anyway, right? Oh, you mean this thing? I see. So fed up with that crap. Nope. Failed in microsecond. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Jesus, man. How hard can this be? How hard can this be? So this can be some string, right? So we can see that the append takes either the options, which is this, or a string, right? So let's try this out of misery. Let's try this out of misery, because this is a buffer now. So hopefully this, okay, let's try one thing, right? Where is the stream used? Let me just try this again out of misery, brute forcing it. All right, so let's try this now. Okay. Is this actually taking the buffer? Can it take the buffer? I guess it can, yeah. I don't remember this API. It's been literally like 12 years since I wrote this API, I think. So since this is reading a file synchronously, then I guess we don't need a callback, I suppose, right? So let's say here const file, and let's just say print the actual file. Let's see if that makes any sense at all. Super hard, super hard. Yeah, because the error is of a different type, I see. So are you saying that this is maybe, wait a minute. So we're passing buffer to this. Is this taking base 64 thing maybe? Let's try going back here, right? Let's try just giving it the actual src and see what happens now. What the fuck is it then taking? Is it only taking the actual path? So it's not taking a buffer, it's not taking a stream, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't freaking know, bruh. Let's read the source code that this guy wrote. Cloudflare client v2. Let's see what he implemented here. So he has a client. Update image. Where is the upload image? Upload, upload, upload. Update, download. What is update image? Okay. Update image, that's a strange one. So he's also using Axios, right? Operation image update. No, so I don't think this variant update. No, no. Okay. Create image. Give me 1 second, Leo, then I can explain. Create image from file. So maybe this is what we need. So our URL to join, whatever. Form append file, create readable stream. And where is this create read stream? Where is this imported from? I guess somewhere around here. Okay, so, I see. And what is an actual file? So we provide a path to it. Yeah, but this is literally like the other client, so this is not gonna do. That's the problem, right? So, wait. In nodejs, can I use with base 64 image string? Amari, good evening. Yeah, let's freaking try this. I mean, let's try this, what we just found. So we can convert it to a buffer. Oh my god, convert the base 64 into a buffer. Convert the buffer into a stream. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, any help is of course useful. I mean, anyone, if you find anything. Yeah, it's horrible, man. I mean, it's really, really frustrating. Let's see. I mean, we've obviously tried sending a stream, right? And we actually, in fact, are doing that now, right? So let's kind of clean this crap up. So append the stream to this, right? So technically, that's also what they're doing, right? And then, so I mean, yeah, a lot of those examples, at least, right? The problem is, it just doesn't like it. It's, yeah. So we also have a form data image. Should be called image, not a file. I don't think so. I don't freaking know, man. So actually you can see that we are kind of now at least sending the right stuff, right? So it's no longer complaining about the fields. Now it's complaining that the actual meme type, meme or whatever you pronounce it, is actually wrong. So it's almost like this content type isn't set properly, right? So that seems to be the problem now, right? No, Slack, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So that seems to be the problem now, right? And it doesn't actually like that. Give me a second. File name, maybe. Options dot file name. Yeah, so now it doesn't like it. As soon as we add another append, it just breaks, right? Yeah, maybe, right? I don't know. But I can see that... wait, let's read this a bit. So authorization, method post, form date. Yeah. Little Leon. Hey, man. Yeah, but this is no longer properly set, right? The content type should not be... Yeah, actually, it is a form. What a random crap, man. Unbelievable. Well, I mean, yeah, we could do that. Yes, yes. I guess we could just dash add v. Wait, axios verbose. Sorry. Yeah, but didn't I add it already? Come on. No worries, man. I will not. No worries. Axios. Let's try this as well. The Axios thing, right? Because this is gonna send the data completely different, right? So we can literally just do this. No, we can't actually. Ignore me. This has nothing to do with that. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Why does it not like this flag? Why is that? No such file or directory HTTP localhost. Am I not running the API? I am. So what is it complaining now about? No such file or directory. What? Node.js buffer to stream. Can we actually try this instead? Because it seems we actually don't need this crap, right? Let's try this. Am I importing readable already? And where am I using it? Okay, there. Ah, shit. What? What? The fuck is going on, man? Okay, now we're sending her. See how funny it is for the actual avatar, right? This apparently is a buffer, right? I don't think so. Let's print it. Console.log, what the hell? Dog, cat, dragon, body. Let's go to the client somewhere. Let's upload the actual avatar. Let's just get it down here. Let's go to profile, blah, blah, blah. The rage debugging. No. I mean, I'm actually, it's not, yeah, it's just, the problem is yeah, it's just about feeling that we're making progress. That's all. It's not I don't care that it doesn't work. Eventually we'll make it work. It's just, so it is a buffer. What the fuck, man? So we are directly passing a buffer here. We just append it and that's it, right? Why did I go? Because I didn't want to go server-side rendering, and I like those things to be decoupled for now. And I love Fastify a lot. No, but this is not gonna work here, right? So that's super fucking strange, man. It's like so strange. Because technically we don't really need to convert this to a stream or anything. Well, at least based on looking at this, right? The only thing that I'm doing there is pretty much something like this, right? No options and bullshit or anything, all right? So um, hmm. Well, which blob, right? That's the problem, right? I mean, we could try that, right? But which blob, right? Is there a blob in, you know, where do we import this node fetch, right? Whatever. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. Very much appreciated. Where do we upload this from, right? Node fetch, maybe, right? I don't fucking know. It's so random now, I feel ashamed, right? It's just randomly trying shit out. It's just kind of a time of desperation, right? It's kind of, yeah, just randomly slamming crap until it works. Come on, man. Yeah, so no, the blob is no go, right? It's just kind of funny that there's almost nothing that we didn't try, right? Yeah, there's almost nothing that we didn't try. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it, no question about that, right? We'll try everything, right? We'll try everything. It's like this, right? Refactor to Rust, exactly. Exactly. That sounds like a great idea, man. I like it. I'm actually gonna do that right away. Um, yeah. The hour of desperation. If you ever wanted to see a desperation in the eyes of a developer, uh, so yeah, this would definitely solve it all. Definitely, 100%. There's no questions about that. Even 100%, 100% instantly. Instantly would solve it. I mean, clearly. Something's missing, right? Something's missing, and something that this library. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's read the source code of some fucking shit. Fastify multi-part, right? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I mean, reading this crap now is impossible, right? Okay, let's see. This C# guy wanted to do this. Beautiful. Charisma, thank you very much, buddy. It doesn't really matter if it's C# or not, right? So he converts it from a base64 string. But this is uploading to S3, right? So this has nothing to do with Cloudflare, actually. This is to AWS S3, right? Man, I mean, who would have thought we're gonna spend almost two streams on this crap, man? Unbelievable. I'm going to have a Java exam next week about two questions. First one needed to solve with functional programming. Second, well, I mean, when I went to school, I didn't know which questions I'm gonna get. So the fact that you know what you're gonna get is already amazing. My exams were all written on paper, so all of my coding exams, algorithms, and data structures, we had to write them on paper in my university. But aside that, I mean, understand those two paradigms, and that's it. I mean, you just fundamentally understand what a functional programming is and what a object-oriented programming is, and then that's it, right? No, no, mine was literally written with pen and paper. We were not allowed to use like a computer, and also no compiler or any shit, right? So you had to write a program by your hand, and then it had to compile later on, right? And it was C and C++ for me in my university. So yeah. So make sure that you understand what object-oriented programming is as a paradigm, and also what a functional programming is, and that's it. I think it's relatively simple, right? Functional programming is all about function composition and recursion and stuff like that. At least in languages like Haskell. And object-oriented programming, which I deeply despise out of my heart, is about inheritance, and is about writing a program that inherits things from other objects, right? Banix, my friend, good evening. So when you understand that, then that becomes easy, right? And that's pretty much it. You cannot prepare any specific things, right? You that's it. It's just paradigms, right? Sure, why not? Every language has its own. Java is a very old language, very popular language, so why not, right? I don't like Java, I'm not a fan of it, but that doesn't mean that I would not suggest it. It's just depends where you live, depends how the market in your area is where you live. If you live in an area where Java developers are needed and there's job opportunities, then. But either way, language doesn't really matter in a sense of a language. It has broader impact, like hiring and other things, right? So, but just learn some of the paradigms properly, and then you can learn any other language within a couple of days, right? So you just need to learn some patterns. You need to learn some paradigms and some fundamental things that all programming is all about, right? And then language is just syntax or dialects. You can think of it as a dialect, right? So that's it. So learn Java properly, and then you can learn any other language properly as well, right? So what didn't we try, Panosa? Is there something that we didn't try so far? So now we're back to the buffer, not the stream. Programming, is not just about writing code. That's just a small fragment of the job, right? Programming is just the eventual cause of what you want to do and the product that you want to build, right? So there's many other skills other than programming, right? That you have to acquire. How to think, how to approach problems, how to talk to colleagues, how to plan, there's so many things, right? So programming is just one part of it, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, the talk has to be balanced as well, right? I actually today I wrote an article exactly on that, right? I can actually check it out here, right? So you have to be also, and I mean, anyone can talk as well, right? So you have to find a balance between just talking and just doing, right? So you need to find the balance because at the end of the day, someone has to do the work, and companies love people who are getting the work done, not the people that can talk, right? Because pointing to problems, is easy. Uh, Coming up with solutions and being proactive, that's hard, right? Well, you're gonna have bugs always, right? No matter how much you talk, you're always gonna have bugs. There's no software that's shipped without bugs, right? So let's not assume that there's some sort of paradigm or type of work in which you don't have bugs. Bugs are always there, right? Now, how you deal with them and how many of them they are, then that's a different story, different subject, right? Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Well, we're kind of stuck here, I must admit. We're kind of stuck with this crap, and it's unbelievable. Well, I mean, again, everything's relative, right? The teams work different. They approach things differently. So for sure, right? I'm just saying, talking too much isn't the solution neither. Like you can never talk out all the edge cases of a software up front, because if you could, bugs wouldn't exist. So no matter how much you talk, you have to find the balance so you can execute continuous integration and deployment, so you can build your features in versioning. So you build a simple feature, then you extend it later on, etc., etc., etc. So that's what I mean. I mean, of course, we should talk. That's the most fundamental part of this job. Is, I agree with you, is talking and getting on the same page. As long as that isn't indefinite and it doesn't take too long, right? Because you can't foresee all the potential issues. Nobody can, right? Alex, could you try something? Save the buffer stream locally. Sure, I'll do that. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. Wait, what was the API? Node.js save buffer locally. Simple cookie, buddy. Hey, well, we actually have to write the new, right? Yeah, exactly. I agree. I agree. Okay, so what is this taking? Yeah, let's see. FS right. Wait, let me just check. Did the music stop or some shit like that? Yeah, it did. Okay. Where's the FS thing? Yeah. All right. Cool. FS right. Yeah, let's write it synchronously because we don't actually give a shit. Is this taking a path or file descriptor, data string, or array buffer view? Let's see what is it going to fail now with. Ah, shit. So fucking hard, man. Why does this have to be hard? It was not supposed to be hard. Fucking Cloudflare, man. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? That I have to do. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I just checked it, right? It's you see, the first one is the file. Actually, I think you are actually right. But why did it wait a minute? So file path or file descriptor? Path yeah, I think yeah. Well it not really, but let's try it. Yeah, but it's yeah, sure. Yeah, completely. TypeScript would definitely solve this in 2 seconds. Definitely. If I had TypeScript, I would already solve this 100% because the types are the only problem here. For sure. Definitely. Definitely. What else could it be a problem, right? Text, yeah, 100%. If I only had TypeScript, all of this would be gone. All of this would be gone. Exactly. Type a buffer and that's it. It's over. It's just solved, clearly. Agreed. Agreed. Definitely. What else can it be? Where is the fucking text? So this is what we get. Darren, right? I think your view towards TypeScript is, um, okay. Let's not get into TypeScript discussion, right? Because it's meaningless, right? And it's just gonna bore us even more than we are bored now, right? So it doesn't really matter, right? Let's just leave it for now. We'll discuss it another time, right? It's okay. I don't think genuinely it's about preference. I don't disagree with the sentiment of TypeScript. I use TypeScript at work and I use TypeScript for almost 15 years. You can find it all over my GitHub. That's not the point. I think fundamental lack of understanding why I'm not using TypeScript, and even in this project I mean, and even not the little sense of logic there is what the problem is, right? Right. So when some of you sit alone and decide to build the whole platform alone almost with all of the other things, then I really want to see how perfect you are in making all of those right things. Just why don't you, hey Alex, why don't you use all of this that I use and stuff like that, right? So try it. I mean, sit every night, stream, build a huge platform, right? And see how you're gonna make technical decisions for yourself, right? Again, as I said many times, this is a ever changing platform where we design features on the spot in the stream. We don't know what we're going to design. We don't know where it's going to end. We design one thing, we implement it, then we change it in 5 minutes. And I'm not going to be changing types and interfaces and generics all over the place every single time I decide to change something. That's simply ridiculous, right? So that's where prototyping sucks, right? So TypeScript is a beautiful addition to JavaScript in a stable software that's clear. You have a designer, you know what the feature is going to be, right? I don't have that. I'm a designer and an architect and a DevOps guy here and a backend guy and a frontend guy, and I don't want to be adding types that I'm going to be constantly fighting. It isn't a valid image, Panosa, no. So that's the point. So nobody disagrees with the value of TypeScript in a certain context, right? Yeah, but why would I? Why would I do that? Why would I add that, right? I will add, so at one point in time, when this project matures, I'm going to sit for 2 streams and I'm going to add TypeScript, right? Exactly, right? So in simple words, right, like the only point I want you to take out of this is that TypeScript is great, but it's not great for prototyping, right? Because I don't want to be fighting types and all of the things alongside other things that I have to fight already. Because try prototyping with TypeScript, and I'm sure that many of you did, right? And then you'll know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm not against it clearly. It's just right. Okay, so this isn't an actual image, maybe I assume, but which image did I actually upload? So let's see. What was it? Was it PNG? Well, maybe the format of it is wrong, right? I don't know. Well, I only write unit tests there in the libraries that I built here, which are very strict and very specific, and they're not prone to change, right? I'm not writing unit tests in my React app, right? Um, so Alex, so not save buffer and stream afterward. What do you mean, Panosa? Hmm. The fuck is going on? Okay. Give me 1 second. Blah 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 blah. What did I want to do? Um, yeah, exactly. So meantime, so we're passing this, right? So what I'm actually gonna do is, all right. No, no, sure, sure, absolutely. I just want to make sure that what we did here, props is not defined. Which props? Oh my god, are you kidding me, bro? Props, beautiful. Just 1 sec. Let me just see what if this was a so image PNG. Yeah, so it was a PNG image, right? Okay, Alex, no, try saving the buffer. Try saving the buffer var and test and the stream var. But we are already saving the buffer. What do you mean? We are already saving the buffer now. Can you be more specific, Panosa? We're already writing the buffer to this test txt, right? Let's actually... Yeah, I mean, we agree on that. Sure, sure, man, of course. Yeah, we're on the same page, definitely. That's also what I'm trying to do now. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not... for sure. Yeah, this fucking sucks. But I get your point. It's a very good way to figure it out. Let's try that. Let's try now with the stream, right? What was the thing? What was it like? How were we actually? Cat, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. How do we do this? Help me out here. What was it? Falcon Dev. Good evening, buddy. But actually, I like this. I like this approach, Panos. I think this is a way for us to at least debug to some extent, right? So actually, this is pretty smart, I would say. Let's just get the yeah. I think this is pretty interesting, actually, right? But we can't really. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Ah, shit. Um, so what can we try though, right? So obviously, like we're using this buffer from here, right? Um, right. So buffer from src base 64. Let's try something else. Convert base 64 image to a buffer. And let's try something else. I mean, we're just we're just now basically, yeah, trying pretty much everything. Let me actually give this crap to, let's go to our Thunder client, right? I don't know if this is going to be too long for this fella. Okay, wait, let's just ask it, right? All right, let's see what it says. Maybe, yeah. Okay, let's wait until it writes 7 million characters. Just give it 2 hours. It's literally writing them one by one. Just beautiful. Yeah, but we're not trying that. Benny, you're right. We're trying to check if it's actually a valid buffer when we convert it, right? So that's the problem. So this is valid, right? I'm trying to figure out there is an issue somewhere in some conversion, because when we convert this into a buffer and then try to save the buffer as a file, it's not opening an image, right? So that's continue generating. Oh my fucking god, man. I fucking knew it. I knew it, man. Like, are you kidding me, bro? I wanted to try this crap. Fuck my life, man. Yeah, I will, Panosa. Give me just 2 seconds. I just want to try this because I literally wanted to try this crap, man. Give me just a moment here, and then I'll do that. I promise. Just 2 seconds, please. What the fuck? And now it fucking opens the image, man. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I literally wanted to try this because I was wondering about this shit in the front. Okay, Jesus Christ, man. Are you leaving, Penosa? You gotta go? You can't. Blackfire, thank you very much. Penosa, stay for 5 more minutes if you can. I think we're gonna probably solve it. Right, right. Oh my god, I need to go to bed. You can't go, man. You gotta stay for 3 more minutes. Actually, it works now, man. I think. Did it actually upload it? But I'm just kidding, Konosa. Thank you, buddy, for helping me out with this. Thanks a lot. I think you pretty much solved it almost, more or less. Let's just take a look at this. But yeah, I'm sure that we kind of. I think it's gonna work. I mean, even if it didn't, let's take a look at. Let's go to Cloudflare images. Where's the images? Crap, images. It's not here. Give me 1 second. But I think it's gonna work. If it didn't, it will. Yeah, it works. It worked. Yeah. So the problem basically was that the problem was that the buffer, of course, man, I'm still waiting. So just FYI, the problem was that we weren't removing. The problem was that we weren't removing basically this metadata about the actual from the string. So we had to replace this crap, right? For sure. Let's go. Panosa, love you, dude. Sleep well. Now we can kind of keep on going with this a bit. Give me just 2 seconds. My wife wrote to me on my phone. I just need to see what she wrote, what she's saying. And give me just 5 seconds to check on my son if he's sleeping properly. Literally, give me 5 seconds. All right. All good? Actually, I do have a beer now, but if I drink one, now, I'm gonna fall asleep. So let's kind of keep on going with this stuff. Panosa, you earned 2 more beers, so you earned around 50 beers so far, man. So thanks a lot, my dude. Thank you for engagement in this. Are you leaving Leo as well? Only 50. Probably more, way more. But you know, let's keep it there. Let's not over. Let me not make you feel too special, okay? I mean, keep in mind, one beer here in Denmark is like 10 euros, around 10 euros in an okay place, right? Igor, what type of integration would that be? I think that sounds pretty fun. I mean, don't take me wrong, I don't really care about lead code, but why not? But can you elaborate a bit more? Estonia won 3 euros. Okay, fair enough. It's around 10 euros here per beer outside. That's the average. Okay. can we write this into a utility function that can omit any type of metadata, not just PNG image? True, true. It's true. It's true what Panose is saying. All right, guys. Well, this is a really good news. I mean, we've spent 2 streams fiddling and losing our head with a lot of this crap, and I think that's great. So now we can actually continue, because we were that's the thing. It was a super fluid flow up until we reached this, right? Fucker. Well, at one point in life, it was like that. I must admit, Chica, right? You know, I mean, I've been away from Balkans for many years, for more than 12 years now. So, but yeah, don't drop the database. I expect nothing but the shit talk, man. So please keep it up. Likewise, man. Likewise. Thank you for being fun, man. Thank you for making it easy for me to do this thing. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. The Yali code. Good evening, buddy. Good evening, and good evening for everybody else. Okay. Very true, Chica. Very true. That's why I'm saying what you're saying isn't false. I'm just saying it has not been like that for some time, right? So this actually isn't asynchronous. Why is it? So okay. So essentially here we can say const buffer is this, and then we give it a src, right? And then here we can say buffer, right? Last time I forgot about your opinion on Qwik. Let me actually check that again, man. I don't remember if I've seen this before. And thank you guys for your follows and stuff. Crumpy.js. Oh, I love you, man. Is this it? Is that Qwik deliver instant apps at scale? Okay. You know, I'm a realist, right? And I've been in this industry for many years, so I have a huge dose of pessimism whenever I see words like instant apps at scale and shit like this. I'm not neglecting. I'm not neglecting that this is true. I don't have experience with this technology. I haven't used it, right? But I generally, when I see this, I'm instantly mega skeptical, right? And the reason why I'm also mega skeptical is that this website doesn't seem that it was built by developers. It seems that it has been built by a marketing team who's trying to sell you this thing, right? So I have no doubts that those guys are actually trying to sell something, right? Because it kind of sounds surreal, right? Instant apps at scale, like, yeah, effortless, just build apps, it all works, right? Well, sure, I mean, but you know, I met the Igor Minar, the founder of Angular, several times, right? So it's not that those guys are some sort of god modes, right? Well, I cannot neglect that, right? I can trust you on your word, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know what next level is, right? Because I don't need it. If I take the time to test every tool in my life that exists today, I'm never going to build anything, right? I'm just going to be testing tools, right? I like to build things with technology. All of those technologies we have, they're all great. There's none of those that you can take and say that they aren't great. So if I test 500 different things, I'm never going to build anything, right? Yeah, the Yuri, exactly. Yuri was a legend. So again, right. The thing is, right. Again, I've been working since 2008 in this industry, and I've seen probably 500 different frameworks and tools and stuff, right? But the only one fundamental thing that didn't change throughout those 15 years of my experience is that there are people who build things and there are people who try out frameworks, right? So those frameworks are going to be coming every year, every month, all sorts of things in every possible CSS libraries, front end, back end. This thing keeps coming, and you have to choose something that you can build things with and focus on building products, not right, because in 2 years somebody is going to ask you, right, why are you using Qwik, why are you not using Featrick, right? But no, but regardless, I mean, I'm very sorry to even use those argumentations. It's like, oh, I've been working for 15 years. Like, who gives a shit? I agree, right? I'm not saying that to lift my competence up. I'm just saying it historically to tell you that there has been cubics of the world every year past 15 years, right? So this is like, and all of them have been delivering instant apps at scale, right? So this is not the first one. So all of them are built on a premise that they're the next big thing. But there's no code out there, right, that just works magically, right? There's no such thing. If there was such a thing, then none of us would have a job. Everyone would just use QWix of the world and things would just work flawlessly, right? So the core, the root statements that those tools are making are just inherently wrong. Nothing just works instantly and nothing just works at scale instantly. If it did, then, right? I mean, sure. Again, I'm not skeptical in that sense. I always say more power to those tools, right? I'm not against it. I'm actually for me, right, it's quite contrary. I'm actually incredibly happy that people are making new frameworks, new tools. I'm not the one from the negative side. I say fuck yeah, just go and keep building it, right? This is what evolution is. This is what, right? This is the Qwik, Quick, okay, whatever. But you get what I mean. I am pro this shit, right? Like, just keep building it. I mean, we need people to sit at home and build those things. I'm not against it. It's just until I see those magical things working, right? I mean, the thing is, I think you're fundamentally I think a lot of people are fundamentally mistaking the industry itself. Just because some people are building new frameworks, it doesn't mean that you have to use them. So it's like, the thing is, this is, I think, fundamental problem with those memes about JavaScript, right? I think people don't understand one fundamental thing. The main reason why JavaScript as a language has so many frameworks coming out is because JavaScript by far is the most popular language right now and for many years. So for example, if C++ was the most popular language, you would have equal amount of libraries and stuff like that. So this is not to say that there's something wrong with JavaScript developers and then they're building. It's like a JavaScript developer is a special specimen of a human being. No, it's like the language is incredibly popular, hence it's completely logical that there's going to be more libraries in this language than a language that nobody else uses. So that's simple logic. So those assessments are wrong, and right. I actually commented it on that video. I don't know if you saw the video. I wrote a comment about that actually a few days ago. And he's not a creator. He's really a co-creator. So Brandon Ike, right? Either way, look. Either way, you as a mature developer should decide which tools you have to use. This notion how you must use something because it's new is just fucking plain stupid. You don't have to use it. Just because people are building shit, it doesn't mean you have to use them, right? Nor anybody in the industry thinks this. So this notion of how this thing is represented really has to stop. It's like JavaScript, man, is the most popular language on earth. Hence, a lot of things in it are happening. And that's simply what it is, right? There's nothing like, again, average JavaScript developer is not a reptile. It's not a Klingon. It's just another developer that works in an ecosystem, in a browser, and right. Sure, sure. But anyway, more power to those tools. I hope they keep coming, and I hope that some of them can overthrow React, and then in 5 years something, etc., etc. So this is good for us, right? But you don't have to pressure yourself into needing to always be thinking about, oh my god, a new thing have came out. I have to. You don't have to use anything, man. You use whatever you want. There's a huge job market right now for Angular, React, Vue, what is it called? All of them, right? So Svelte, exactly, etc., etc. Like, so, exactly. So you don't have to really. It's that's how it is, man. It's a huge internet. It's a, browse how how, uh, how many people use a web browser? It's like 3 4 billion people. 3.4 billion people use a web browser. Can you imagine that? So 3.2 billion people every day almost run JavaScript. Can you imagine that? I don't think that there's no other runtime even remotely getting close to this. So 3.2 billion people run JavaScript daily, right? Let's imagine that 2% of those have JavaScript disabled in their browser, or 1%. So right, like you have to, it's even impossible to comprehend the size. It's like more than 1/3 of the planet every day run JavaScript, man. Like they wake up, they scratch their thing, and then they're looking at something on their phone. And that thing, right, is JavaScript, right? So it's like we have to appreciate it a bit, right? Instead of shitting on it all the time, right? Yeah, but the right. All right. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay, great. All right, well, after saying a lot of crap here, let's see what's happening. Okay, so if we get over here, we're gonna do this, blah, 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 Axios post. So we're gonna post something here, right? Okay, and then Axios is gonna return something, hopefully. Um, and what is it actually returning? Let's print the image, man. Let's actually, let's start this in a debugger, right? Just so we can actually, let's just actually put some debug points there. Let's actually attach this to our process. Shit, which process is it now? Fuck my life. This is not the one, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, actually. Shit. What's happened? That's why. Okay. Is not supported. Okay, sure. Yeah. Wait a minute. What did we do? Oh, interesting. Okay. So didn't we like import this shit from somewhere? It's this why. Okay. Because I'm using yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Great. Well, fuck you. All right. Well, okay. It's fine now. So what's going on? Cannot find module Cloudflare images index.js. Okay. And where's that? In which file? Where's the stack trace? Config utils index imported from what? What? Well, I mean, what? Freaking chat, man! I'm completely distracted now. What is going on? So did we put it here? And we need to kind of do something with those utils anyway. But okay. Because we're missing. Didn't I add JS to it? Why did it remove it? Super strange. Okay. So let's try running this thing again and see what we get. Okay, so beautiful. Okay, it works. Great. So here we get the actual data. Give me one moment. So what is this crap? Why are da 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 da? So image man, exactly. And let's actually attach our debugger now so we can actually, where were we? Blah, 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 batch upload. Yeah. So let's attach ourselves to the running service here. So let's do this and let's search for inspect because, yeah, inspect main, beautiful. So let's try to run this again and our debugger should actually kick in now. And it actually did, beautiful. Okay, let's see what the image is. So image has data and then result. Okay, beautiful. So image, okay, so image data, okay, sure. Okay, so let's say something like this. So we're gonna say data, and then we're gonna alias it as image, and then that should be fine now. Let's try this again. And then, yeah, 200, right? So that's great. Now, obviously, we have to now, we obviously have to continue, right? Building the feature for this thing that we started, right? So here at this point, we have probably, have we printed actually anything out now after the succeeded image ID? So yeah, so let's print the image IDs. Give me just one sec here. Let's just do a bit of this. All right, cool. So let's see what this is now when we upload an image. So let's do another upload. And then we get image IDs. So we are actually getting the image IDs, right? What are you working on right now? I'm working on right now an image upload for TipTap. So we're using TipTap rich text editor, this guy here. And I'm implementing basically kind of generic image uploading system for the whole project. So when you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and then you go and rewrite some text, and you add 23 different images or whatever, that we can actually transactionally, under quotes, submit this. Our API parses the images, validates them, uploads them. If any of them fail, we roll back manually or we create a fake feeling of transaction, and then we respond, right? So essentially, and yeah, and this is a base64 image, right? A string basically, right? So we've been sending them in that format, and then we were a bit stuck converting that to a buffer. And then we learned that we had to cut or strip the metadata from that base64 buffer, and that's when it started working basically. So that's what we're doing, but I'm just avoiding the UI for now because we are using curl here. Okay, so great. So let's try uploading 2 images, right? So I'm gonna say this should upload 2 images using our implementation of batch upload and return 2 UUIDs. So let's do this, and yeah, we add this fellow over here, and then can we just do this again and do this? Ah, shit, we can't. Actually, we can. It's just I had that selected. Okay, so try something else. Yep, and there we go. So our batch upload actually works. That's great. And by the way, Reno, I mean, this is a programmer network platform. I mean, generally what I'm working every night on is the platform itself. So if you want, you can go and sign up. It's just I was referring to what I'm doing now tonight. Okay, so this actually works. So this, actually, I need to update those messages. They're super old because we are live already. Okay. So what do we do from here, right? Well, right now we get the image IDs from Cloudflare, right? So those are unique identifiers of our images. Why did I upload this? Why did I implement this like this? Well, I've implemented like this because we kind of want to, so we want to basically create this a sense of transaction, right? So meaning if the way that I want this to work is that you submit an article or a tweet with a bunch of images. We try to batch upload them fakely there because unfortunately Cloudflare API doesn't support batch uploading. So we kind of create this sense ourselves. And then if any of the images fail, so let's say you're uploading 5 images at once. If one of them fail and 4 are uploaded, we want to revert, meaning loop through the array of images that were already uploaded, take their IDs, and then call this delete image that we have here. Actually, that we had here. Here it is, right? So in simple words, that's why we have the IDs. So if this fails, we just revert. We remove the images manually, right? Because this is not Postgres. We cannot do this fully transactionally for real, right? And now actually we have those image IDs, and you wonder, well, why do you have image IDs here? Because now we have to update this content, the tip tap, this JSON representation of the rich text editor. We have to replace each of the base64 strings with an actual URL from Cloudflare, right? So if you remember, in here, what we actually send to the server, and then what we convert to a buffer, and then what we upload to Cloudflare is this huge string. But what we get back is the ID of the image. Then we have to concatenate that with the URL of the Cloudflare of the image that's gonna actually take us to Cloudflare, right? So in simple words, all of those big chunky strings are gonna be replaced just by a URL that's gonna be like Cloudflare images dot something, and then slash that ID of the image that we got here, right? So that's the idea, right? That's how we're doing it, right? So far so good. So now we're here. Now the only worry that I have is that, or to say the only hope that I have, and I think I am right, is that we need to do this kind of asynchronously, but in order. So in simple words, I either have to return, actually, no, it's actually pretty good. No. So what we're gonna do, because what I was worried about, that those image IDs are gonna come back in the same order how the images were kind of positioned in the, let's say, in the article, right? But I actually don't have to worry about that, because actually for each image we're uploading, we also have the image title and the alt, right? So we can use the title itself, I guess, as an ID of some sort. And then what we can do, we can rewrite this with for each, or we can just create some sort of an index here, right? Whatever. But I think I'm gonna rewrite this with for each. So let me show you. So for each. So I'm gonna say, where is this? So files dot for each. Yeah, exactly. File. And then I'm gonna actually get rid of the for loop, obviously, right? This is not C programming, okay? So actually, so Rhino, I kind of hacked it away a bit, and I'll show you how. Give me a moment. So basically, TipTap images plugin that we're using, right? So TipTap image plugin that we're using, again, we can of course fork this plugin and adjust it to whatever we want. So that's not a problem. We can do that in 5 minutes. I don't want to do that. So what I'm actually doing, I'm sending this src here from the front end is going to be the base 64 image, right? A string. I'm using alt attribute as an actual meme type, and I'm using the title as the file name. So I'm essentially using those two things that we are sending to the API for different types of things. So I'm not using it for an alt. I'm using this for the actual image type. And this thing I'm using for... That's clever though, but I think we will not need that actually at all, right? Because what I've noticed is that you can see here in the base 64 thing, we are actually getting a meme type as part of the actual base 64 string. You can see that every base 64 string has this metadata, right? And if you can see, it has date image / PNG, right? So the type is actually already there. So I think once we finish this feature and clean up, we don't really need to hack this through using the alt and title, right? Because we don't really need to send the file name. I think file name in this context is completely irrelevant. We can also generate just a hash, just a random string, right, in here as well. So it actually doesn't matter. But either way, what I'm actually going to do now, I'm just going to say here, okay, I'm just going to say image ID. Let's call this actually Cloudflare image ID. Just it's more explicit. And then here we're going to say we're gonna say that name, and we will just treat the name as unique. And how are we gonna do that? Well, we're just gonna say title, and then we're gonna actually where's our for each? So we're just gonna use the index from this for each, and then we're gonna say plus plus uh, oops, actually that's a completely wrong place, my bad. So we're gonna actually, I'm just gonna use a template literal, so it's more explicit that this is gonna coerce into a string and not an actual number. So I'm gonna say title, then I'm gonna say dash index, right? And then we need to get rid of this crap here. Great, okay. So now when we upload those images again, right, over here, those should be, let's just call them images instead, or whatever image, yeah, we'll see. And then those should be two objects now. So let's actually try to upload it one again. And let's see, did we? And thank you everybody for your follows. And I'm very sorry for not reacting to that for each. Wait a minute, what's happening? Oh shit, because we forgot about this. Okay, my bad. Okay, try that again. What? All right, a bit strange. Let's try that again. Image IDs is empty. Okay, interesting. Why? So we do for each files, right? Yeah, we get the files from batch upload. Let's actually, so what do we do? Where is it? Yeah, files, we get the images. Okay, batch upload. We should also call this images. Actually, yeah, files is way too generic. So we have the images, and then for each, and then we have the async over here. Ah, I see. Okay. No, actually, I don't see, so that should be fine. Yeah, so all of it looks great. So what's happening? So why are we kind of getting an empty array of image IDs? That's super strange. Okay. I mean, I don't see any errors, right? We're not getting any errors or anything like that. So let's take a look at that again. Huh, interesting. Image IDs dot push, and we're pushing an object, right? And it actually worked before with this, right? Ah, shit, wait a minute. What is this file now? Let's take a look. Okay, so file is fine. It is an object that has a src, alt, and title. So file is good. This is an async function. I mean, okay, I think what we can do here, because this is an asynchronous thing, right? Let's just do it like this. Let's say map, right? And instead of doing this kind of in a very imperative way, right? Let's just do it like this. So we're gonna say, hey, shit, that's why we need the images. That's the problem, right? So we need to do it imperatively because we need the images down there. Okay. But was it something else that we messed up? What did we change? Okay, wait, I'll just revert for a second because I don't know actually what we changed. That's a bit confusing now. What happened here? Let's see. Yeah, so now it works. What the hell? Actually, I have a video on that on my YouTube. Let me just find it for you if you want. It's not a shameless. It's not a shameless. It's not a shameless. What is it called? But I'll also tell you, it's not a shameless advertising or anything. But I have a whole video on that. But this is a Windows terminal, right? And it's called a Quake mode. So you can find it. You can find it either yourself, or you can watch the video. It's up to you, really. And the shortcut is something that I've set. So this is not a default shortcut. It's my own. So telling you which one it is useless to you because you know you don't it serves nothing to you, right? So why does this work for files and this? Makes zero sense, man. Okay, I'm a bit confused genuinely, but whatever. Which websites am I running currently? I mean, this is just a this is a side project for me, right? I have a full-time job and stuff, so the real thing that's only running is the programmer network, right? Of course, I have my own blog and some other stuff, but I cannot do more than one thing. This is a very complex project, and doing two of them would be impossible. I mean, this is already impossible, right? My pleasure, man. And what did I want to do here? So let's say name is going to be title. I mean, yeah, whatever. So we get that now, right? Let's just come here and say let's I don't know, index 0. The most imperative code I wrote past like 10 years, but let's whatever. We'll focus on those things later on. Nobody cares right now. Okay, great. Ah, beautiful. Actually, we don't need that. This is just to ensure uniqueness. That's all. It's like a UID, right? So we can SHA that and then turn it into something, right? Actually, you know what? Thank you very much for the follows, everybody, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Do we have some like SHA? No, never mind. We didn't really need that with too much. Okay. Thank you, fellas. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. Let's see what we did wrong. It does. It literally makes zero sense. That why would it not work? Like, okay, well, the map clearly wouldn't work. But well, it's not clear actually. It should work. Even the map should work. But why? It must have to do something with this async here. Yeah, I don't care. Let's move on. Okay, so that's okay for now. We're gonna again, we wanna get things to completely work, and we wanna finish the feature, and then we're gonna get into a cleanup mode. For now, we don't really care. So we end up now here with some objects, right? With some images, right? And thank you everybody again. So now we have to proceed. So let's call this, where do we use these images? So let's actually just invoke this function directly here in the function argument list. And then we can then call this images just so we don't need to invent some ridiculous names. Okay, so great, right? So good. So now we just continue with creation, let's say, of this thought, blah, blah, blah. Now, okay, now an important thing, right? So now we have to actually get this content pack that we're using here, loop through each of the images. Exactly. I think I have a very good idea. So actually, in fact, we're gonna just call this title. We don't really need that index at all. So we're just gonna say title. We don't really need the index. And then we're gonna replace those base64 images with the actual URL. I think I have get URL somewhere. Some utility. No. Wait, let me go. Fuck, how did I call that? Let's search for Cloudflare or whatever. I don't remember, but when I see it, I'll know it. Yeah, get image URL. So this is the utility I have. Exactly, it's an object, right? So this is what we need. This is going to concatenate basically the image ID. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's keep on going. I want to build this feature, and then when we see it in the front end working, then we're going to clean up and stuff like that. Yeah. No, no, but I'm saying that maybe what we tried to iterate to wasn't the list, but it was a list actually. So that's not the problem. I don't think so. But either way, it doesn't really matter. We'll go back to it. I don't care right now. Okay, so this body.content, right? Let's still return here. Let's just say return hi world. We don't care. And let's just print the content. So we'll now need to run through this content through an array and replace each image with this. And we're going to match them by the title, right? So you're going to see in a moment what I mean. So let's upload this image again. And then here it is. So here is the body.content. And body.content seems to be, yeah. So, okay. So we'll need to mutate basically this content here, and we'll need to loop through and find every image and then replace the actual src with the URL. So that's what we have to do. Okay, so let's do that then. Can I just say here body.content? Let me actually just make sure that it feels a bit wrong, but whatever. Let's try that again. I think we're almost there to make have it working. Yeah, exactly. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see, body.content. Let's try to say of 0.src. Undefined. What? Oh shit, is this a this is stringified. That's why. Yeah, that's why it was like messing with us. Okay, got it. So we need to parse it, change, mutate it, or create a new object, and then stringify it again because we're storing the stringified state in a database, right? Okay, got it, got it. Okay, so let's say here const, let's say content with images, whatever, and then we'll have to, yeah. So here we'll have to say json.parse, and this is very fragile. That's why I say we will, in fact, change this, right, soon. Let's just make it working. And then here we're going to have, let's call it element or whatever. Let's just try to see if this is the way. And then if it is a way, then we'll continue. Okay, it is a way. Okay, great. Element, exactly. Type, image. We only have one right now. Okay, beautiful. That's it. So we're going to do here, we're going to map, and we're going to say here return. We will not, so we're going to spread the element, and then we're going to say shit. But we only have to do this for the image type. So we're going to say something like this. If element type is not an image, so let's actually just do it like this. If element dot type is not an image, then just return the element, right? There's nothing to replace. Otherwise, return this and then source image exactly. And then we want to replace the source with, so here we're going to just say, hey, wait a minute. And then actually, no. So here we also have to do a match, right? Shit. So we'll have to, okay. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to create a hash table off of this or an object just for a quick access, right? So instead of returning an array here, what we can return is an actual. So what we can in fact do here is we could reduce this instead. No, I'm talking about the wrong thing. So let's go, where was that thing? Yeah, this crap over here, right? So this should just return, instead of returning an array, it should return an object. I think that's a lot better. With the title as the key, and then, shit, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's do this. And let's say here, exactly. And then here what we can do, we can say, right, this is going to convert the object values into the values array, basically, right? But we'll see about that in a moment. It's okay. So now we have a hash table and object, right? So we don't need to loop a bunch of times and all of that shit, right? So what we can do, where are we? Yeah, over here. So now this images is essentially an object that has, it's a map of, let's just call it a map. It's a map of title and then result ID. So over here, we can pretty much just say, hey, the source now should be images of, exactly. And then we want to stringify this because it has to be a string. Yeah, shit. So let's try that. I think that let's give it a shot. Chances for it to fail are like 98%, but whatever. Seems we've created it. Let's check our database. Let's check the thoughts. It seems it all succeeded strangely. I would not trust myself that much, but let's see. So where is our public database? No. Yeah, so let's go to thoughts. Yeah, here it is, I think. Let's take a look. There we go. Did it work? I don't think this is the one, no? Or maybe, wait a minute. Ah, shit, wait. Premature. I think it's this one. Okay, I think we've set up this SRC a bit wrong. Wait, well, let's take a look. So text, title, wait a minute. I think we're almost there. Ah, it's this should be title. Shit, my bad. Okay. Let's remove all of the thoughts from the database here locally, my local host, and let's try this again. Cool. Let's run this. Okay, let's see what we've got now. Almost. Not quite yet, but I think here's the SRC. So it's the reverse thing. Oh no. All good. I think all good. And now we have to call this crab. What was it? Get name something, right? Get image URL. Yeah, that was the problem. Beautiful. That's it. I think we almost got it now. And let's call this crap get image URL. Amazing. And now that should do it. Let's clean this up again from our Postgres. And let's run this again over here. And let's see. Bam. Let's see, is the image opening? Here's the image. Great, that's beautiful. Now in the front end, we actually will be able to see this image. Let's fix the front end so we allow the sanitization. So right now I've implemented the system in the front end where it sanitizes all of the elements that I don't explicitly allow. So I have to explicitly say to my sanitizer, hey, HTML sanitizer, in this given context for this given editor, I want you to render those HTML elements only. Everything else should be gone. So let's find HTML sanitizer, sanitize. Jesus Christ, man. Where the fuck did I put that crap? Ah, over here. Okay. So you can see here I'm allowing some tags, right? Image is actually allowed, let's say get controls. So what am I actually allowing? Blah, blah, blah. No, that's not necessarily it. Use tip tap to HTML. Here it is, right? Here are the allowed tags. Get controls, controls. I don't know how I implemented this system, but let's try to just smack image in here. IMG, just to see. Ah, come on, you can do it. So let's see, allowed tags, allowed attributes, sure. So I think here we have to say IMG, yep. Let's actually go to this library thing just so we can read the docs. I don't actually remember how to do this with the image. Let's go here. Let's search for IMG. Allowed attributes, self-closing. Lots of these won't come by default because we don't allow them. I don't know. I'm just going to try this and I'm going to get rid of this crap. So wait a minute, allowed attributes, a image, yes, source, alt, source set. Let's just allow this. Allowed tags, allowed tags, allowed tags. Wait a minute. Image allows, yeah, but why are they not? Yeah, super strange. Okay. Come on, we can do it. We can, I really want to do it. Self-closing. Oh, very nice. Okay, this is actually also what I need. Allowed tags, sanitize HTML defaults, allowed tags. That's actually really nice. We'll probably end up using that. So wait, allowed tags IMG if you don't specify allowed tags or allowed actually order. Okay, let's just make sure over here what are we actually getting for this, because maybe we kind of ruined some of the content there. So let's see, by user tags. So we're getting only one thing. Let's see, content is of type paragraph. Image attr, image attribute source, HTTP, it's a URL, alt image, title Android, whatever, right? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, let's go to feed. Maybe just 1 second over here. Where are we actually rendering feed item? Yeah. Somewhere here, I believe we are using HTML something. Wait. Yeah, thought content, I believe, in the front end here. We have a tip tap over here, and then so over here, yeah, HTML content, controls, use tip tap to HTML content. So let's try to call this generate HTML just without the sanitization. Let's just make sure that the HTML that it prints is the actual HTML with an image, just to make sure that that what we just done in the API past an hour or two actually does work, right? So if we go over here and we console this thingy, Interesting. Why? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Maybe it's this. Okay. So actually we are getting here, but for some reason it's saying, hey, there's actually no string. So that's a bit awkward. Let's see what's actually happening. Or there is a string. Okay, what? So what is a string? Which string are we getting? Okay, we are actually getting the right string, sure. So is this kind of erroring out? Ah, we're probably getting an error and it's silent. It's silent basically. Yeah, I see. Shit. Okay, let's see what the error is. Unknown node type undefined. Unknown node type undefined. I don't know type undefined. So it's saying that one of the node types is undefined. Did we actually add an image to our? Let's go to our tip tab thing. Extensions. Oh, that's why. Ah, man, that's super crazy. Okay, wait a minute. Extensions map. Okay, so we have a map, but we didn't actually. Wow, that's super strange. We didn't actually use the image here at all. I think that probably is the issue. Let's see. Hmm. Wait, where is the image? Yeah, here's the extension image. Yeah. Interesting. Unknown type undefined. And I wonder if it's complaining about the image or not. So yeah, so it's failing to parse this completely. And I think it's failing because it can. Let's make sure that we've actually so what are we getting? We're getting rows. Oh shit, I know what we did wrong. All good, all good, all good. Let's actually fix it. It's the API thing. All good. You can see how this actually is supposed to look like, right? So I think we are okay. Sure, no worries. So I think the issue here is we parse this thing body content, right? Okay, so let's do it like this. I know what the issue is. So wait, let's just use arbitrary things here. So let's just say here parsed. So we parse that thing. This now has a doc thing and the content itself. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to say here parsed, and then I'm going to say content, and I'm going to do this instead, I think, at least. Let's try to remove that from database. Let's try to create this entity again. It didn't fail. Let's run this again. Now it's correct. Yes. So now if we go to the front end. Yes. Fuck yeah. There we go. Okay. That was a struggle. But we made it, I think. Let's see. So we type some text. And we will not finish this today because I need to go to sleep and my wife is back from work. I want to see her a bit. But let's just try to upload maybe 2 images and see. And now we're not handling the response from the API and stuff. So that's why I say, but I think the hard part of the job is actually done. The rest is going to be pretty simple. So let's try to upload this. Actually, we are handling it already. Nice. Whew. Okay, that was nice. It works now. Editing and stuff. Does that work? It does. It should. Beautiful. Okay, great. That was a struggle, but it worked. Nice. Awesome. Great. That's really good. That's really good. Beautiful. Okay. All right, guys. Well, took us 2 streams. It's a lot of details. It's a lot of under quotes complexity. It's a lot of things to do, but I had it all in my head, and I'm very happy that it kind of worked out. But we'll need to. So tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, we're gonna clean this up and make sure it's amazing. We're gonna validate it, error, make sure it's all error handled. We're gonna actually unit test all of those utility methods that we have. We're gonna move this away from here, obviously, and stuff. So we need to kind of move things around. But again, at this, you always want to focus on getting the feature done and then waste time with details. That's why I didn't care about, am I using a for each, a map, or reduce, or a for loop, right? Those are just syntax details, and those are, I can paste this now to ChatGPT, and it's going to write it in any way that I want if I want to, right? Okay, great. Well, let's round it up. I need to go, guys. It's midnight here. I need to go to work tomorrow in like 8 hours. What is to say? Bunch of you tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. Yeah. Thank you very much for all the follows and all of the stuff. I hope you, as I said, give me 1 second. I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned something. Yeah, what is to say? Have a great night. Sleep well, or have a great day, depending where you are. Make sure to sign up on Programmer Network if you can. I would highly appreciate it. If not, if you have 2 seconds, and yeah. Punto sounds good, man. Sounds good. Tomorrow it is, always. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much again. Peace out and have a great one. Cheers. Bye-bye.